Hey, so one of my favorite stories in the Bible is the story of Moses. All right. And Moses is born into a Hebrew family that lives in Egypt, but they are slaves. They are under the rule of Pharaoh and the Egyptians. And Pharaoh is nervous because the Hebrew numbers are rising and rising, and he's afraid that they may have an uprising and try to take over the country. So he orders that all of the children, all of the babies be killed. And yeah, nice guy. Want to hang out with him some weekend, right? And this Hebrew mother takes her child and puts it in a basket and puts it in the Nile River amongst the reeds and the bulrushes. And her daughter is told to watch the baby. Well, while the baby is floating in the basket, hiding out from Pharaoh and his murderers, Pharaoh's daughter comes down to the Nile to take a bath. And don't you know, she finds the baby. And she's like, look how cute. I think I'll keep it, right? And she takes him and she raises him as her own in the palace of Pharaoh. Hebrew child raised as an Egyptian. He is raised as a prince of Egypt. And as he gets older, he starts to figure some things out. Like, hey, I think I look a lot like these people. Something's weird here. And one day he's walking and he sees an Egyptian beating a Hebrew slave, and he steps in and he kills the Egyptian. Well, under that law at that time, he would have been killed as well. So he took off and ran for the hills. And he disappeared for 40 years. 40 years he was hiding out in the mountains. He became a shepherd. He hooked up with some roaming nomads in the area, some Midians. And he ended up marrying a Midian girl, and he was a shepherd in the hills. That's crazy, right? That's a heck of a story. But it gets weirder, right? One day he's outside and he's been on the land for 40 years, and all of a sudden there's a bush and it's burning and it's on fire, but it's not burning. The bush then talks to him. Moses. Habra, habra, right? Yeah. It gives me the chills just thinking about it. And it's God. And he says, I'm calling you to go back to Egypt. And you may know the story that Moses does go back, but not before he tries to get out of it. No, God, you got the wrong guy. Nope. God's like, listen, I want you to go back. And he's like, nope, can't do it. Nope, I don't know who you are. I don't know how to speak well. Nobody will believe me. And God basically talks him into it, right? Moses, you got to go. I'm sending you. You're going to be the one that saves your people from the hand of the Pharaoh and the Egyptian slave masters. Now, don't we do the same thing? Sometimes God's calling us, God's pushing us to do something, and we go, oh, no, God, you got the wrong guy. Oh, no, I can't speak well. Oh, I'm too young. I'm too old. I'm too short. I'm too fat. I'm too skinny. I'm too whatever. And God says, I don't care. I'm calling you because you're the one. We need to hear the voice of God. We need to follow him when he calls us. Will we? The choice is ours. May God continue to pour out his grace, mercy, and blessings on each and every one of us until we get to meet again. Amen. Amen.